Hello there.
When you think of the Jedi, what is the first thing that pops into your mind? If you're anything like me, then it's most likely their sabers of light. The Jedi's lightsaber has been a staple of the Jedi since the very beginning of Star Wars. Every Jedi has a unique lightsaber with their own unique color. Some have green lightsabers, like Qui-Gon Jinn and Yoda, while some have blue lightsabers, like Obi-Wan and Anakin. And on very rare occasions, some might even have purple or yellow, like Mace Windu or the Temple Guards. But no matter the color, each lightsaber is special in its own unique way because of the crystal inside which powers the blade. In today's video, I will be talking about each lightsaber color and their meaning. But before we get on to that, I feel like you should all know how the Jedi receive their own lightsabers in the first place. They first will need to travel to the planet of Ilum. This is the Jedi's sacred homeground for kyber crystals. There, the Jedi will embark on their own personal journeys in order to receive their kyber crystals. This is known as the Gathering, an ancient Jedi ritual that has lasted for thousands of years. After getting the crystal, they would then be taught to construct the lightsaber by an engineer called Huang. This ancient engineer helped the Jedi understand the lightsaber and build one of their own. After that, the Jedi would later embark on multiple journeys throughout the galaxy with their lightsaber, hoping and helping bring the galaxy closer to peace. The first lightsaber color is perhaps the most well-known. It is, of course, the blue lightsaber. This is the most common of all Jedi colors. It is more well-known throughout the citizens of the galaxy, and for good reasons. It is more commonly used for Jedi Guardians who are always traveling and are constantly involved with the citizens of the galaxy, and saw far more action with their lightsabers than almost any other Jedi. This made their Jedi lightsaber color even more well-known. Due to this, the Jedi's blue lightsaber signified a Jedi who is willing to use their lightsaber on a more physical level, but not always in a fight. It also could make solving problems with their head. For a Jedi, a blue lightsaber meant courage, strength, and creativity within the light side of the Force. But on the downside of it, it also meant people who wielded blue lightsabers were a little more headstrong, and that made them more stubborn. But this bravery truly signified what it meant to be a Jedi. The most common wielders of a blue lightsaber are Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Plo Koon. The next color we will be talking about is a very common one, the green lightsaber. This color is more often signified with a Jedi counselor. The color green signified a Jedi who is exceptionally attuned to the Force and had a good handle on their thoughts and emotions. They are insightful and had an interest to reflect on themselves within the Force and to gain a better understanding of the Force and the dark side. Those who wielded green lightsabers typically express the Force in a more endearing form and enhance their abilities beyond the physical realm, which is why those who wielded green lightsabers were more likely to become scholars within the Order. The most common wielders of the green lightsaber were Grandmaster Yoda, Qui-Gon Jinn, and Kit Fisto. This next lightsaber color is a little more uncommon due to it not being used by almost any other Jedi. I'm of course talking about the red lightsaber, the indicator of the Sith, the color of pain, anger, fear, and suffering, and the dark side of the Force. Although most Sith in the Sith Wars were typically fallen Jedi and chose to wield their former lightsabers rather than choose to have a new one, those who did choose to have a new one had to make synthetic crystals. Although it was not impossible to find a Sith kyber crystal. It was extremely rare, though. There are two ways to create a crystal, one from Legends and one from Canon. The one from Legends is that they use Sith alchemy. They were mass-produced. And in Canon, the way they got their lightsabers is by taking it from a dead Jedi and bleeding the crystal with all their anger and hatred. But this was a very dangerous process, because if it not done properly, the crystal would explode and possibly kill the user. And if it didn't happen, the crystal would try to flood the system with visions of compassion and peace, hoping to stop the bleeding. But the Sith must reject all emotions in order to fully complete the ritual and bleed the crystal red. This next color is a very rare color to ever be seen in Star Wars. It's only been seen one time in live action. This color I'm talking about is the color of amethyst and purple, the balance between light and dark. The color of purple means that the wielder understands both aspects of the Force of light and dark. It also means someone who understands the light, but also understands their inner darkness and is trying to overcome it or has overcome it. Two of the most well-known users of a purple blade are Mace Windu and Jedi Knight Revan. We will now be getting to the more obscure colors. These lightsabers are less known. The first one among these unique colors would be the yellow lightsaber. This one represents optimism in the face of danger. It is the most commonly used by Temple Guards and Jedi Sentinels. Although most of the time they didn't make their own lightsaber. They usually inherited it from their masters, and they combined their Force knowledge with street smarts. Sentinels even had their own sect in the Jedi Order called the Jedi Shadow, who were basically assassins, which had only one goal: to wipe out all remaining traces of the Sith. Unfortunately, it was not widely supported by the Jedi High Council. This next lightsaber color is even more rare than purple and yellow combined. I'm, of course, talking about the silver or white lightsaber color. The white kyber crystal can only be achieved once a user has purified or stopped the bleeding of a kyber crystal. Once it is taken from the Inquisitor or Sith, they must heal the crystal with love and peace and serenity, thus giving it its silver look. Very few have ever possessed a white lightsaber. The only ones we've known in canon are Ahsoka Tano and Terran Senube. This next color is relatively new to the Star Wars canon. This color is orange. Because it's new to Star Wars, there's almost nothing known about it. In Legends or in canon, the only wielders that we've seen in some cases are Kyle Katarn, Yaddle, and in some cases Plo Koon, and the new Dark Jedi that we will be seeing in the Ahsoka show. But by looking at the color, we might be able to assume that it means the user has struck a connection between the light and dark side of the Force, similar to the purple blade. These next colors are very, very unique ones. The first one on this list would be the cyan lightsaber color. This color was very formidable in the light side of the Force. It signified to any opponent that the wielder was ready for a fight. Almost every wielder of a light side saber used Form 5. The second one on this list was an indigo lightsaber. It's only been seen in Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor. The pink color is known as the Seeker's Crystal. This kyber crystal is even more mysterious than the orange one. But we do know, when it is ignited, it allows the user to sense any nearby threats to them. Where it is from is unknown, but there's speculation that it's from the unknown regions. The final lightsaber color for today would be, of course, the Mandalorian darksaber. What's unique about the darksaber is that it's the only one of its kind, and it possesses qualities that are unique only to it, such as crackling electricity whenever it strikes, and it is much shorter and has a different shape than most lightsabers. The lightsaber color represents honor and determination among its wielders. Yeah, that's about does it for today's video. We have reached the end of our list of every lightsaber color in Star Wars. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's another video idea I should do, please let me know in the comments. I love reading what you write. Also comment down below what your favorite lightsaber color is, and what would you have if you were a Jedi or Sith. But with that, my fellow Star Wars nerds, may the Force be with you.